Meet Caitlin and Kim, two extremely successful and independent women living just outside Rochester, New York. As leaders within the self-advocacy community, their powerful message has touched the lives and the hearts of people across New York State. A message that grew even stronger after Caitlin's parents purchased this home for their daughter 2 years ago.
Well, before Caitlin moved into this house, she lived at home with our family, my husband, myself, and her younger brother, William. When she got out of high school, she went on to Monroe Community College and took courses there and graduated with honors. And then she got involved in a volunteer program with the Self-Advocacy Association and AmeriCorps.
I really think it's only again the confidence to move.
Well, Caitlin has, throughout all of this time, has received OPWDD services to support her in her volunteer activities. When we purchased this home, we also developed a consolidated supports and services program to identify supports that would help her both getting adjusted to living independently here at her house, but also to give her opportunities to go out in the community and participate in activities there with a OPWDD support staff person. And so we have hired staff for that purpose, and they really have been integral in helping Caitlin learn how to, in the home, learn how to really run her household.
I am basically Caitlin's hands. I am her hands when she needs to do something her hands can't do. Everything else she facilitates and she tells me what to do and I do it. I have definitely seen her grow. I have just seen her bounce upward from a person who wouldn't tell you what she wanted to drink, from now who can say, don't order from me, I could do it for myself. And that's why I feel like when I support her going out, I take the back seat and I let her lead because I know she can do it. And she knows if she gets stuck, I'm right there to support her and give her the verbal support she needs to continue on.
But that's only half the household. Caitlin's housemate, Kim, has also benefited tremendously from the increased independence she's experienced since moving in with Caitlin.
When you have a child that has any sort of an identified need, I don't like to use the word disability, I'd like that other term instead, that there's all kinds of emotions that go through that. So along the way, my family was very protective of Kim and, pushed her to some extent, but I on the sidelines as the brother always thought I could push her a little bit more. And so my parents were very, very, against, first of all, her leaving the home, let alone going into any sort of a situation that would be, restrictive of her in such as a group home setting. After Mom passed, Kim was still in the house living, and so we knew that we were going to need to make a transition someplace at that point. And we were just very blessed with time and circumstances that Caitlin's family really embraced Kim and us right from the start, invited us out on a cold February day to come visit and just feel what the circumstances were here, and basically said, you're welcome if you want to be here.
Funny and with her a lot in London. I really having my own stuff that I do what I want when I want, but having my own stuff has been challenging too.
I work with her with any personal needs she has, getting through her day. I drive her to her volunteer job, and to medical appointments, shopping, getting her hair cut.
Hi.
Hi, Kenny.
Hi.
Good. How are you?
Good. You all ready for Kim now?
Yeah. So I've known her for 2 years since I started. She's very happy. She's always bubbly whenever she comes in. She always asks how we're doing, and she cares about us. And she talks about where she lives and her roommates. And I just learned today that her favorite color is purple, so I win with that.
When I first started working with her in the self-determination program, it was pretty normal for Kim to come up and say, "Can I eat lunch now? Can I go use the restroom now?" And I would say, "I don't know, can you?" And I would remind Kim that you don't have to ask permission to go use the restroom. You don't have to ask permission, "Is it okay if I eat now?" Just let me know when you're ready to do it, and I'll help you with wherever I need to help you. It did take her a long time to approach me to say, "I need you to do this differently. I need you to do that differently." She came to me one day and said, "You know what? You procrastinate too much when I ask you to do something. You need to work on that."
You know, we're working through some of those issues right now in terms of trying to get Kim, for example, to have to play that role of being a boss and not just being a friend with your staff. And we're trying to also work on maybe getting her into some situations or some training, perhaps, of how to be that advocate, how to do that sort of managerial piece, and to do it with a little bit more confidence.
One area where both Kim and Caitlin are supremely confident is with volunteer work through the Self-Advocacy Association of New York State.
And I'm Sue O'Hearn. I'm the Finger Lakes Regional Coordinator. We are a statewide, not-for-profit agency. They've just grown, I guess, in their own belief in themselves. When they've moved into this house, I think that the nervousness that they felt about doing things a little bit more on their own, I think that also played a role in their volunteering. They're much more confident in the work that they do and putting that piece together on their own. One specifically that comes to mind would be their Making Friends program. So Kim actually wrote a book, Making Friends, and they go into classrooms. So we're out in the community, in the class, and through that piece, it's amazing for me to sit back as coordinator and watch the transformation for awareness in the community. These are young students, and Kate and Kim will go in there along with maybe some of our other volunteers, and they'll share this program of how we really are more alike than different. And they'll start off in the program, and the students will be really standoffish, and Kate and Kim will come right in with the, buzzing around the room, and the kids, as I said, will be kind of standoffish. And at the end of that hour, you've got kids coming up to them, asking them, can I touch your chair? And how do you do this and do that?
In large part because of her experiences in her volunteer position, she's really expressed an interest in going on into continuing with her college education and doing something, possibly social work or psychology, with a focus on disability issues and helping individuals with disabilities.
Kim's working, her volunteer work, I feel, to me, has helped others see that despite someone's challenges that they may have in their day-to-day life, they can accomplish anything they want. And that's a focus Kim likes to make when she does a presentation. She has expressed an interest in wanting to write, wanting to share her life as a person with challenges to show that you can overcome them.
Kate and Kim are sharing their experiences so that others can learn that we are all living together.
I am challenged people that even though I have disabilities,
Caitlin and I were together prior to Caitlin moving here, I knew everything Caitlin was doing every single day. I knew what clothes she was wearing. I knew. When she communicated with her boyfriend, I was the one texting Caitlin's replies when he would text her, which is not some parents may think that would be really interesting to do. It's not. I much prefer it not to be that way. When Caitlin moved here and became really independent and on her own, she was able to make decisions about what she wanted to do, where she wanted to go. It made me realize that I was playing a different role. I was no longer the primary caregiver, so it gave me an opportunity to sort of re-examine what I'm doing with my life and where I will be going, just as Caitlin has opened up new opportunities for her and how her life is going to go moving forward.
It's amazing how many people come up to us when we out and about, just doing our own thing, and they come up to us and say, I remember you. Hi, how are you doing? And Kate will be like, I'm doing good. Oh, your story just moved me all the time. And we're like, well, where did we meet them from? And I'm like, I don't remember, but evidently you left a great impression.
I was taking into my passion, mental health.